Okay, welcome back everybody. I'm going to once again set my timer so I remember to shut up after a few minutes. This is the pixel art lesson that we have open. So I did redo the instructions on a Word document because sometimes with Excel it's kind of tricky that you have to go back and forth. Although I do say to people that probably the easiest thing to do is just file, save a copy, and then you have 2 copies of it that you can work with side by side. But these guys here in Pixel Art 1 and 2 are examples. So I hope you can see at the bottom of my screen here how I'm clicking on these little tabs. Those are different sheets within the workbook. So this whole thing is called a workbook. These things are called worksheets. It's just like a file folder. If you want new sheets, you just click on this little guy here and you can open them up. With these sheets, when you're down here, if you right click on them, you have the option to rename them. You click on rename and you can call it new sheet, whatever you want. Very original. If you come down here again and right click on it, excuse me, you can also go tab color and recolor them. So we've already got green, we've already got yellow, we've already got blue. I don't know, let's go with an orange one. Okay, so that's how you recolor them. Now the color is kind of faded when you're on it, but when you click off it, you can see that it comes like nice and bright. And then, yeah, you can also go in here and actually just delete the whole sheet and get them get them out as much as you want. So make sure that you look through the tabs to see the examples. You can do whatever you would like for it, and then you walk through your stuff. So I already went through in the last video how to increase and decrease cell size. You can also, if you can also, because I showed you how to do kind of like all of them together, you can also just do one size, one row at a time and expand or contract that one, however you'd like. And if you ever say write something like really, really big and you want the cell to expand to the size of it, if you go up and hover between E and F and do a quick double click, 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 it'll actually expand the cell to be the size that you want it to actually be. Your other excuse me option is if you are on here and you right click on it, you see how it says row height here. You can actually manually change your row height to whatever you want. And so yeah, you can do that. And if you are in here, sorry, so I just kind of like at the top here, I'm just kind of right click and it'll come up with column width. And you should be able to change your column width as well. So I usually show them, I usually show you guys how to expand and contract manually because it's a little easier to do than figuring out kind of what numbers work with whatever. But those are a couple different options. Okay, so we're going to go back here. Make sure that I just want to make sure that you guys know how to do that. So practice shading. I showed you how to do that. You can shade with multiple cells. Let's just do it on this one. So you can like grab a whole bunch and where they're home and you shade with all of them. If you grab one, so you can see my green outline, that means I'm in there. If I hold my control key, I can click on like any cell and make it gray. And then when I go up here, I can make all of those the same color. I can also click in one cell. If I hold down or press my shift key, as soon as I click in another cell, it will highlight all of the cells in that area. Okay, so that gives you a few options. Your other big thing that you can do, if you're like, okay, I want to do these in pink, so I'm going to click in pink. I can go up to format, and if I double click on that, you guys can kind of see that. And then as I walk around here, clicking, it's just kind of following behind and painting for me. So I can do a ton of different cells that way as well. So, and then as soon as I click off it, then my cell is just back to being live. Okay, so that gives you a few options of what to do with your cell. So we practiced shading with a color, and let's look at the format painter. So we did that. Merging cells. Okay, make sure we go to merge cells. So say I said Miss Sandra There's amazing artwork. And I wanted all of these cells. Just press enter. If I go in here and say today is great, you see how Miss Sanders actually kind of deleted, right? It's not actually in all of the cells. It's still there. You can still see it's there, but it doesn't kind of go over a lot. So sometimes what I want to do is merge a lot of cells. So again, I can click here, hold down on my left mouse key, drag it over, and it selects all of the cells. Or I can click in O and hold down my shift key and click in like U. And then I just want to go up to this little button here that says merge and center. Now again, just like every other Microsoft product, you can expand and it'll actually bring up the whole box. These are just kind of the short runs of it. So you can say merge cells, and as soon as you press OK, keeps the upper left, that's okay. There you go. So it's now come in. And then I can play around with these guys and get it to go to the middle and hover, and get it to go there and hover. So if I'm going to do this, I might want to merge all of these guys, and then I can paint it, you know, like red, or do something else. Okay. So that is how you merge and center. And if you want to unmerge it, you just go back up here and double click or click on it, re-click on it, and away it goes. So darn, I'm at the end. Oh no, because I stopped talking for a little bit. I had somebody come into my office. So I still have a couple minutes left. Good. Okay, so we know how to do that. Format the cell borders to give you artwork. Okay, so so we're going to go into the font group. So we're going to say click on these guys. This is a font group here. And we can go into the border here. So again, there's like a short cut up top, but this is into border, and you guys can pick what color you want your border to be. If you like it like blue, you can go like a double line if you want. You can do an outline, or you could do like inside. You get to choose, and you click OK. And there my shape now has like a little blue border, which is really hard to see on that one. This guy here, if I do it this way, you can go in here and pick, you know, like a line color. Let's go with a blue. Oh, because I did not do it enough. So let's go, actually, maybe I'll just go undo that last one, which is not doing, that's fine. It's kind of being a jerk. Hang on a second. Escape. Just pressed escape. When in doubt, escape. So we're going to go in here. We're going to go open this up, and we are going to go border, and we are going to do maybe a nice thick border, and we're going to do it in a blue, and we're going to do an outline, and we're going to say okay, and there you go. So that is how you do a border. I'll play around with that. Yep. And then you don't have to just fill it with color. You can type text or symbol into your artwork to make it more unique as well. So yeah, you can do whatever you would like to make it your own. Okay, so I'm looking forward to your uploads. They would like you to do it under this tab here, your artwork here. And please save it as pixel art and drop it into the D2L box. Thank you.